Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today we need to take a look at some New Year's bargains that can be had in the Pokemon trading card game. It's a new year, and I don't know, let's start it off right. And let's look at some bargains that can be had, some things that can be done to get some Pokemon cards without breaking the bank. Sound like a good idea? Awesome. So let's start off having a look at some Lost Origin, because right now over on ForgeandFireGaming.com you can get yourself sleeve boosters of Lost Origin for $2.99. Incidentally, it's not the only place I've seen this. There was a period of time, and I'm not sure if this is actually still going on or not, but I've seen Lost Origin popping up in other places at around about this price. I'm not saying it's going to remain here forever or anything like that. What I'm saying is we have actually seen Lost Origin as a whole kind of being super duper cheap lately. And there is actually a ridiculous one which I don't think anyone's going to be able to get, which, yeah. But $2.99 for Lost Origin has been around in a few places. It's currently live on Forge and Fire Gaming, which is why I'm showing you this one. But I have seen it in some other... I know Best Buy, I believe, had it as well, or I don't know if Best Buy still are. Point is, Lost Origin, nice and cheap, $3 a pack. $3 a pack is good. And sleeve boosters, I don't know, there's something cool about sleeve boosters. Certainly, from a collectability standpoint, it's kind of better, honestly, unless you're going for obviously a full booster box. So this is quite nice. $3 for a booster, job's a good un. And Lost Origin is honestly a pretty cool set. Lost Origin is frankly not too bad. And obviously you've got the big one here, your Giratina. Yes, obviously Giratina's amazing, no argument there. Giratina is one of the big cards from Sword and Shield generally. Like that whole block. According to TCG Player right now, this is... I'm calling it a $210 card. They've got the market price listed as $230, but if you look at the last couple sales, $210 is about right. It's a $210 card. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It is one of the coolest cards. It's Shinji Kanda, who not one of my favourite artists personally, but still a very, very cool card. And actually, one of the Shinji Kanda cards I really do like is the Magikarp. Same artist that did the illustration rare of Magikarp. And obviously, as I showed you the other day, that's one of the most expensive cards of the year, despite just being a regular illustration rare, which is kind of weird, honestly, but kind of cool. Well, we got the same artist coming in here on the Giratina, and honestly, look at them side by side. Blatantly the same artist. So the fact that Giratina is in there is always going to make these packs a little more sought after. There are a lot of sets out there that have nothing like this. After that, there's only really one properly relevant card in terms of value. That's the Aerodactyl, which is currently sitting at about an $80 card. Which is honestly weird to me, frankly, right? Because... And I told you this, well, I told you at the time, I've told you a few times since, is Aerodactyl makes no sense. Like, generally speaking, the expensive cards in here, over here, the US, Europe, etc., are the expensive cards over in Japan. This isn't. This is not that expensive in Japan. This is, in Japan, priced exactly like you would expect, and over here, it's more expensive. And, like, I'm not arguing about how cool the card is. The card is amazing. Like, I love me some dinosaurs, as I'm sure a lot of people do. And here you've got all your fossil Pokemon looking like a little image from Jurassic Park with all of the different fossils all just kind of chilling and doing their thing. It's clearly amazing artwork. But kind of like the Magikarp I showed you a minute ago, that's it. Like, sure, it's amazing, but amazing enough to justify it? I mean, at least with a Magikarp, it's the most expensive illustration rare in Japan as well. The Aerodactyl isn't. It makes no sense. I'll be honest with you, after that, the prices fall off quite a bit. You got Rotom, which is like $25, which is not exactly, huge. Then you've got Galarian Berserker at $15, and your Rainbow Rare Giratina at $15, and your Gold Giratina at $10. No, I don't know why the Gold is cheaper. I think the Gold's better as well. The point is, in terms of set, it's quite top-heavy, The Giratina is huge, but it's got that cool stuff at the top end, which a lot of sets don't, which does kind of set it out apart from the rest. And $3 a booster pack is honestly just really good. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Now, if you think $3 for a booster pack is good, how about 50 cents for a booster pack? Because that's what Kyle Bryan managed. I think this one was a pricing error for the store, but the packs rang up at $4.99, and when I went to check out, they rang up at 50 cents per pack. And I hate to break it to you, ladies and gentlemen, but this blatantly was a pricing error. I'm not going to sit here in this video and tell you can go and get them for 50 cents. You probably can't. I am telling you that if you're anywhere near Kroger, it might be worth a look. You never know. Now, I suspect somebody got lucky and the stores are kind of onto it now and it's not going to happen again. And there was actually a follow-up tweet here from Kyle Bryan saying, as an FYI, it was only this store because, trust me, I checked a different one and had 67 more packs ready to check out and they didn't mark down, so the manager called the other store to check but was told someone marked the price down and is going to be in trouble. So, yeah, sorry about that. I love the idea of 50 cents packs, and this did happen, incidentally. But it's one of those, it's a cool story that it happened, not it's repeatable. It's not repeatable. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. But if you want something that is repeatable, how about heading on down to Macy's? Because Macy's right now, as I record this, has got some great bonuses going on. They've got a bunch, incidentally, of Elite Trainer boxes for $44. They have got Paradox Rift for $44. They've got Paldea Evolved for $44. They have got Scarlet and Violet for $44. These are very, very cool. Coolest among them, however, they've got 151 for $44. This is honestly brilliant. Because, I mean, look, 151 is a great set. I don't think anyone's going to really argue too much about that. It's a really cool set. It's a brilliant set. Everybody loves it. But the Elite Trainer box is one of the best things about it. And honestly, at $44, I mean, look, we all love the booster bundle because the booster bundle is 6 packs for the price of 6 packs. It works out at $4.49 a pack, which is the cheapest it's actually possible to get these packs for. Well, here, we're paying $43.99, and we're getting 9 packs. That works out at $4.89 a pack. Now, admittedly, that is slightly more than the booster bundle still. That is not cheaper than the booster bundle. Not pretending that it is. But bearing in mind, you also get the Snorlax promo, which is brilliant, and all the other stuff you generally get in an Elite Trainer box. Yeah, I am willing to say this is actually extremely cool. And this is something I've kind of got my eye on, honestly. Because, I mean, this is an American thing and I'm not in the US. So I'm not going to be buying this specifically. But this is cheap. This is really quite good. It's gone down from $55 to $44. This is something I have absolutely got my eye on. 151 is a very cool set. I've called it on a number of occasions, possibly the best set ever, although I've also prefixed that by saying it really depends on your Gen 1 nostalgia. If, like me, you've got a lot of Gen 1 nostalgia, this might legitimately be the best set ever for you. If not, maybe not quite, but it's still an extremely cool set. Speaking of extremely cool set, Macy's have got the Mew Ultra Premium Collection in for $96. That is $24 off. If you want it as a percentage, that is exactly 20% off, incidentally. I'm willing to bet that's probably not a coincidence. They probably planned it to be exactly 20% off. But this is one of the coolest products they've done. Like, the Mew Ultra Premium Collection is phenomenal, and there's a lot of good stuff about it. But you get yourself the Stitched Edge playmat, which is amazing. And yes, I always mention that it's Stitched Edge because it's actually a big deal and it makes it last longer and it makes it a better product, all right? So I'm going to keep mentioning it because it's genuinely relevant. And you've got yourself a bunch of other stuff, including the Metal Mew EX, which of course is not legal for tournament play. But then you've also got yourself the Special Illustration Rare Mew, which absolutely is legal for tournament play. And this is just brilliant, honestly. And look, it's been cheap for a little while. This is not the first time I've told you about this product being cheap. But I will say, last time I showed you this product being cheap, a lot of the best prices I was showing you were in the UK and Europe. Now I'm showing it to you in the US 20% off. This is good, ladies and gentlemen. This is really, really good. And there's one other bargain over at Macy's I want to point out here. It is the Charizard EX Premium Collection, which is down at $32, which is $8 off of a $40 product, which is obviously also 20% if you hadn't got it there. One thing I do just want to point out, because this is weird to me and I don't understand it, and I just want you guys to know it. Why is it frequently bought together with Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time on the Switch? What is it about those two things that makes them frequently bought together? I don't understand it. That's weird to me. But here we got 20% off. It's $32. And look, I could tell you about the packs and all of that, but let's be honest. It's the Charizard. This has an exclusive Charizard in. There is a full art Charizard EX promo in this box, which can only be gotten in this box. Yes, there is a full art in Obsidian Flames. No, it is not the same full art in Obsidian Flames. This is the only way to get this particular print of it. We've also got a Holo Charmander and Charmeleon, and there's a card display frame and all of that, which is lovely, but it's the Charizard. And this is one of those products where, look, it's Charizard. Pokemon are going to have printed a bunch of these. All right? Are they going to have printed enough? Maybe. Is this going to be available in 5 years' time? No, obviously not. At some point, this product is going to be hard to find. At some point, there are going to be a lot of people sitting around going, oh, mate, I wish I'd have bought that. You know what? Do it now, before it's too late. Shout out to @deals_Pokemon and @Pokemon Deals TCG. There are a couple of Twitter handles I have a look at when I'm looking for this kind of stuff. So shout out to them for providing good information. And yeah, now it's over to you guys. If you've got any more great New Year's bargains to share, please do let me know. And I will pin a comment in the comment section if I find any worth pinning. Sound like a plan? Excellent. So tell me about all of these deals. Which ones have you picked up? Which ones have you found? Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter @TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. And of course, get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Mary Sanders Lazenby, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to them for the support and the loveliness. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio. Oh, and of course, Happy New Year.